All right. Fantastic. Well, let's get into the papers. And we have a lot of news to cover from the various newspapers. And, you know, you can share your thoughts with us as we go along the show. Kindly use the WhatsApp line 0204-447-033. Now, I wonder how she manages to remain as bright, beautiful, and perky every day, regardless of what is happening in town. With all the Galamsey issues. Vivian, how are you?
Oh, you're talking about
Yeah, you.
we won't let the people doing the wrong thing overshadow the good people.
No, they shouldn't.
So that should answer your question.
That's a good answer.
But good morning
Yes,
and happy
good
new
morning.
month.
Thank you, and happy new month to you
We
too.
are blessed to have made it to October.
Yeah.
And it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month as well.
Yes.
So we have to get our TTs checked, including yours.
Yes, I know.
Not just for us.
I know.
We can do ours on our own. Can you do yours on your
I've
own?
learned how to do it. So you see, you have to raise your hand and then you check. And you do the checks all the way around. You raise your hand and then you do the checks all the way around.
So let's get it checked
It's
to
important.
save our lives.
It's important. You know, 2% of men statistically fall victim to breast cancer as well. You know, so I mean, think about it. 2% of men means that out of every 100, there are two men.
People, you know.
Out of every 1,000, there are 20.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, we had a breast cancer report, I believe 3 or 4 years ago, and there was 2 gentlemen who had it, you know, in the group of people we spoke to. So sometimes the men think it's a woman's thing, breast cancer.
But I think it's the way we push it. It sounds like a woman's thing, you know, the way we talk about it.
Because even when you mention breasts.
Yeah, it's like, oh, ladies.
Yeah, the soldiers.
Yeah.
All you are thinking about is how it's so. That's bad. So we'll get it checked out, right? Okay.
You want to start?
Yes, I'll start with a Daily Graphic. They have a picture of Alan Tremonti, and he says, they say Alan promises to audit mining license. And then we also have nation secures $30 million UAE grant for forest conservation. The irony.
No, wait, hold on. Say it again.
Because I think you were not getting what I was saying. Nation secures $30 million UAE grant for forest conservation.
Wow.
I don't even know why they bothered to give it to us.
No,
you don't know what we are doing here.
I would like us to enter the story
Don't worry,
later.
I'll give you details on page 16. And then also Springfield secures rig to appraise Athena oil field. And then get license or shut down. Trade Minister directs cement producers back in the news again. And then NDC launches Women's Manifesto. The back page of Daily Graphic, which is Daily Graphic Sports, says GFA to invest $2.8 million World Cup earnings in 40-bed accommodation. And then GFA justifies $100,000 bonus payout. You don't think about Ghana. We mention dollars in millions like it's a joke.
Like it's
like
nobody's business. No, like it's nobody's business.
Anyway, so that's from the Daily Graphic.
Very interesting. I have the Ghanaian Times, and the Ghanaian Times says 67 more days to go for election 2024. Now, forest conservation. Ghana secures $30 million UAE grant under Resilient Ghana package to achieve biodiversity and climate objectives. Okay. And we definitely need to find out why they gave us that money. And it's a grant, so which means that housing deficit. Government announces plans to tackle it. Outlines 8 priority areas to drive deficit down. Then we have NLA to embark on crusade to rid lotto industry of unlicensed practitioners. And we have on the back page, cowpea farmers in Bono region appeal for more improved varieties, and food security project for asylum seekers launched in Bolgatanga. This issue of agriculture and food security is very dear to my heart, and particularly at this time of Galamsey, considering the fact that we are decimating our farms, and then we are also compromising our water bodies, which would feed the farms, you know. So think about it, Vivian. You have the things that are used to treat the soil to extract
the
gold,
gold
right?
faster and
We have
easier.
mercury, we have cyanide, we have arsenic, we have all heavy
We are told
metals.
that they moved away from this mercury. They are going to more dangerous.
Yeah, but I mean things like
minerals. So
cyanide and things. I mean, it's
imagine
crazy.
even if cyanide is that
Yeah,
bad,
yeah.
imagine the worse, higher and worse minerals that are being put there. So we're in trouble. But speaking of agriculture, how is the mushroom business doing?
It's on hold.
Is it one touch
It's
that
on
you
hold.
brought us?
It's on hold.
You put it on hold?
It's on hold.
Why?
Yeah, we'll discuss that later.
You
It's
mean
on
this
hold.
is quite changed?
Yeah, but you enjoyed it, didn't you?
I loved it. That's why I'm asking for more.
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Can I take I'll take you to the Chronicle. Democracy Hub demo, please acted with decency. This is Alan Cash.
Okay.
But criticizes judiciary for, quote, abusing judicial discretion, unquote, to grant bail. And then still on the front page of the Chronicle, government increases teachers' CPD allowance. So those are some of the top stories in front of the Chronicle.
All right. We have the daily guide here, and it says, again, this same story is making the rounds. Ghana secures $30 million to protect forests. Now, we also have here, Samira campaigns for Baumia in Akwitia. We have Haptel debunks false ECG contract claims. Ebri girl's headmistress dies in Italy. And there's a very sad news there. I think this news came through yesterday or so, that she had traveled on a work assignment.
Yeah, very sad one.
Yeah,
Our condolences to the school,
and the school and the family,
old
yeah,
girls, everybody, and all of
very
us, because
unfortunate.
we're all part of the fraternity.
Very unfortunate, yeah. And then we have here, Saglami Housing Project begins November. This is coming from Upon Nkrumah. So that's what we have for the daily guide.
All right, I'll take you to the New Republic. It says, go to hell. NPP MP voices out party stand on illegal mining.
Is that what he said?
That's not what
that's the interpretation of what he said.
Dr. tape. So yesterday we spoke to him on Eyewitness.
Actually, you know, when I listened to the whole thing on Eyewitness News, I sort of felt it's unfortunate if we don't tell the whole story, right?
Yeah.
Because the full tape, even though I wish he took a clear stance against, irresponsible mining, it didn't. It gave a different message from what we thought he actually said initially. But yes, I mean,
what I've learned from this job: always take your time. Make sure you get the full facts before you present it.
Yeah.
Over the past 1 week or so, there's been a lot of misinformation, disinformation, and everything, from the protests all the way to this Galamsey thing.
Yeah.
And it's very important that whoever is speaking, whoever is listening. First speaking, you make sure you give them a fair hearing and listen, ensure you have the full picture before you come out. And
but it's kind of interesting, right? Because, I mean, until he gave the fuller version to our producer for Eyewitness News, I mean, honestly, the one that was making the rounds was this short, truncated version that made him sound quite ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it happens. So I guess we all have to be careful. And we have elections coming in. These are some of the things we need to guard against. Yeah. That's why we have the hashtag #CityVerify to verify some of these things when they pop up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So I'll take you to the New
Yes,
Republic.
go ahead.
We're talking about, so this headline. Monster lobbies past shadows MPP election hopes. Monster lobbies past shadows MPP election hopes. Am I making sense? Monster lobbies past shadows MPP election hopes. That's how it should be, right?
Yeah.
Monster lobbies past, shadows NPP election hopes. Okay. President's nephew lures Candlos River Livingston back into the fray as Baumia's campaign struggles. And still on the front page, Napo's bodyguard found dead in Kumasi. Mysterious parallels to Baumia's aid tragedy. So that's a sad one.
Yeah. Well, Well, we have the Economic Times here. It says commercial banks to begin selling gold coin. We have selling gold. Okay. Government records a lower budget deficit, and banks to cut lending rates. So those are the headlines for the Economic Times. I think we should delve into some stories, but before we do that, let me bring you some news from ChannelOneNews.com. We have Mahama likely to win one touch as Bawumia loses ground amid cheddar surge in Ashanti and Eastern regions. Okay. Interesting times. Well, you know, as opposed...
Mahama one touch, Ashanti region.
Yes, Mahama likely to win one touch, as in no rerun, as Bawumia loses ground amid cheddar surge in two regions,
Okay.
Ashanti and Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is from whose survey?
I think this is from our man, the Global Info. Yes, Musa. Yes.
Okay.
Global
So
Info
this is
Analytics.
from
Yes.
Global
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Then we have also
Musa Dankwa.
Musa Dankwa. That's right. We have also total ban on mining would hurt law-abiding companies and economy. This is Ankomah. Yesterday, Ankomah was on the point of view with Bernard Avle, and he spoke quite frankly and quite extensively, about the work that they've been doing behind the scenes, which I found quite kind of refreshing and impressive, because a lot of people ask the question, where is Occupy Ghana? But there's a lot of the activism in the streets had switched to legal activism, as it were, and a lot more writing and dealing with the things from the pen, the power of the pen.
Yeah, and I like the way he went through the laws,
Yes.
If you missed it, we have a repeat today
this afternoon, 2 p.m.
Yes, you can catch that on Channel One TV.
Yeah.
Or you can go to our social media handles
And watch it there.
We have the full Facebook or YouTube.
Okay, you want to give us some details?
Right, so I'll give you details from the Daily Graphic, which has the trade minister telling cement producers to get licensed or shut down. It says the Minister of Trade and Industry, Katie Hammond, has directed cement manufacturers to secure licenses or halt production immediately. The minister issued the directive last Tuesday to the Cement Manufacturing Development Committee set up last year to regulate the industry for prompt enforcement. The directive follows the coming into force of the Ghana Standards Authority Manufacture of Cement Regulation 2023, LI 2480. Which mandates existing companies to re-register and secure a license and prohibits new factories without a license from operating. Now, throwing light on the new regime, the Director General of GSA, Professor Alex Dodu, who chairs the CMDC, told the Daily Graphic in Accra that per the regulation, all the cement manufacturing companies in production without a license were doing so illegally and committing an offense. At the moment, none of the cement manufacturers in the country had applied for a license to operate in accordance with the law, he added. Section 17 of LI 2480 provides that, quote, a person shall not manufacture cement in the country unless the person has obtained a license in accordance with these regulations. 2, a person who contravenes sub-regulation commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a term of imprisonment of not less than 12 months and not more than 2 years. So all of them, per the new law, must get this license.
Wow. Well, I mean, again, we always talk about the fact that it's our enforcement space that's challenged. As for the laws, we have incredibly beautiful laws, that other nations even come to pick from us, and they don't have problem with enforcement, so it works for them, and so it's something that we need to work on.
So we'll see how this pans out, especially because of some of the rules around it on the pricing.
On the pricing side.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Let me take you to a story here. This is coming off the back of the conversation yesterday on the point of view. Government totally ignored multiple warnings on Galamsey, Ankomah speaking, and this is on ChannelOneNews.com. Ace Ankomah, convener of Occupy Ghana, has revealed that the government has ignored multiple letters sent to the presidency regarding the illegal mining crisis. The latest one was on September 10th, 2024. Now, since 2016, take note, since 2016, Occupy Ghana has consistently raised concerns about the devastating impact of Galamsey on Ghana's environment and water bodies through formal communications. But these warnings have gone unheeded. Now, speaking in an interview with Bernard Avler on Channel One TV's The Point of View on Monday, the renowned legal practitioner expressed his disappointment, emphasizing that the situation could have been mitigated had the government taken their recommendations seriously. He warned of the impending ecological, food, and health crisis facing the country due to the unchecked spread of illegal mining, stressing the urgent need for action. Ankomah advocated for the confiscation of lands used for Galamsey operations, calling for decisive measures to prevent further environmental and societal damage. All right, so you can, like we said earlier, you can watch the full interview on our news portal, ChannelOneNews.com. You can watch it on Facebook. You can go on a YouTube channel as well and watch that as well. And there'll be a repeat this afternoon right here on Channel One TV at 2 p.m. The Point of View. All right.
All right, I'll still stay on issues to do with illegal mining because Alan is promising to audit mining licenses.
Okay.
On the story in the Daily Graphic, page 13, by Samuel Ohene, says independent presidential candidate Alan Kojo-Tramanting has pledged to revoke all mining licenses issued in the last 15 years when elected as president. He said that would be followed by a thorough audit of all small-scale and community mining licenses issued within this period to clean up the corrupt system that has allowed illegal mining to thrive. In addition to the plan, Mr. Tramanting said he would oversee the demobilization of all mining machinery across the country, especially those used in small-scale and community mining. So that's a bold one from Alan. We'll see how that goes if he wins far.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he wins power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ghana secures $30 million to protect forests. That story. Vivian. Ghana has secured a grant of $30 million from the United Arab Emirates to boost its forest conservation efforts. Now, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, representing the Forestry Commission, signed a letter of intent with the UAE government to seal this deal. Now, this substantial grant will support forest fringe communities by providing alternative livelihoods, empowering them to protect, restore, and replant their country's precious forests. It's part of the strategic move to achieve the country's biodiversity and climate objectives, as outlined in the Resilient Ghana package launched at COP28 in Dubai last year. Now, President Nana Akufo-Addo and former UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak launched the Forest and Climate Leaders Partnership at COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt in 2022. Right. Now, this is interesting on so many different levels. We don't see much of an effort. I don't see much of an effort. And of course, when I say that, it's like the visibility of, or the state of our river bodies, all the rivers, I think bar none, really, you know, maybe one or two have been untouched, but all the rivers, maybe with the exception of the Volta, but every one of them has been affected by Galamsey. Forests, farms, plantations have been affected. So I don't know necessarily what the effort here is going to do to impact? Vivian, I don't know if you can help me with here, because it says that there's a resilient Ghana package that was launched, right? So on one hand, we are saying that we want to help with biodiversity and climate change issues. But on the other side, there's massive devastation going on.
You know our problem.
What is it?
We sign on to everything elsewhere,
Yeah.
but we cannot solve our problems within. So you go and sign on to a climate thing, you go and sign on biodiversity, conservation, and all that. Meanwhile, there are issues that you should deal with in order to tick these boxes for which you signed on to. Talking about pollution, you're talking about the environment, all that. There are loads of institutions, well-meaning Ghanaians, whether it's labor, whether it's medical institution, whoever, saying that there are issues that are dangerous to us now and the future because of the activities of irresponsible mining. We still don't have a clear step from government officials to deal with it. Yet we're in a hurry to go and get grants to come and solve what?
To come and solve what is a very good question. To come and solve what exactly?
We
you say
saw
what, fringe communities?
I don't know. GJA Awards, where the president spoke passionately about the issues of illegal mining. We saw our very own Fred Duho protesting, donning his Galamsey t-shirt, holding a placard. Never in the history of GJA Awards have we seen any issue running where a journalist has gone there to protest respectfully. After that, the president was sitting there. I mean, when Duho went with the placard, he wasn't there. I'm told he came 10 minutes later. But at least he was there when the president spoke about the issues. And the fact that he promised to put his presidency on the line to deal with it. Not a word from the president on the issue. And he left the place without saying anything. And that is a big problem, because remember when the Bar Association conference and there were some pointers thrown out, he responded to it, and that wasn't in his speech. So it's not about extempo, whatever.
It's very easy to go outside your speech if you really want to speak.
And so, like I heard one of the, I think it was the Federation of one of them saying that either he can't be bothered or he's taking us for granted or like do what, calling the bluff. These three options.
Keep quiet long enough, they'll stop.
And it's no more like by the time we realize we are all out. The issue is with us as we speak. The medical fraternity is telling us about children being born deformed. Well, I read this morning that the cases of cancer are rising because of these things. Very soon you won't get any infusion. Very soon you won't get any medication produced locally. And we are sitting there like it's, and the argument rather is, I said you didn't say, I said you said you didn't say. And we have people in charge. Come on, let's be serious as a country. Everything is just gone.
It's crazy.
So that's my reaction to this thing we have gone to get happening. I hope the people who are giving it to us know what is happening here, and they take a decision on whether to continue to give it to us or not. Because honestly, what they are pushing for to stop is being done in the public and with nobody stopping anything. So that's my one CD on your question.
No, thank you.
Anyway, we will take live the EC's IPAC meeting on ChannelOne TV as well as City FM.
Yes, absolutely.
From 9:30.
From 9:30, yes. All right, well, sports is next.